Good evening, Raj Yadav. Am I audible? Am I clear? My voice is clear? Good evening, Raj Yadav. Okay, so voice is clear. Raj Yadav, good evening. Shubham Sharma, good evening. Parul Sharma, welcome. Rishika Kaur, good evening. Good evening, welcome everyone. Um I started 5-6 minutes early today so that we can finish off with the general intro for the new people over here in my channel, the new subscribers, the new people who are following my channel who have not yet subscribed. If you find it helpful, don't forget to subscribe because that gives me immense amount of help and more number of videos I like to publish because language paper we have done a number of, even last two classes were language only. Okay, so today's paper is literature, isn't it? Last both the classes were language papers only. Phrasal verbs, which is quite difficult for you, that only we have practiced. I have even told you about a book's name from where we have practiced. You found the sentences slightly difficult, so that part we have already told you and we have discussed. Today we are going to do the literature part. What this is also one of my subscribers who have given me this PDF from where we are going to discuss today. What we are going to discuss, Merchant of Venice, and we are going to practice multiple choice questions from there. That particular PDF contains separate it is divided in parts. Okay, for example, act 3 scene 1 से कुछ MCQs है, 10 MCQs. Act 3 scene 2 से 10 MCQs है. It is divided one after the other. Act 4, Act 5, everything separated scenes. All right, so we are going to do that. Before that, those who are new to my channel, my name is Reshmi Mukherjee, as you have seen in the channel's name itself. In this channel, as I am an English teacher, so I teach only English topics. So literature as well as language topic you can get from here, ICC, ISC both. All right, so those who are interested in learning literature and language from me, I will be obliged to teach you, to help you out, not teach you, to help you out. We will learn together over here, and all the topics that are there in your exam are already given in the playlist. You can check that. All the description of the chapters, okay, line wise, meanings of the words, everything is given. Certain topics, for example, Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 1, you can find the written material in this website also. This is my very new website. So Act 4 Scene 1, which is the most difficult part, um, that I have uploaded so that it helps you before the exam. Line by line, every single meaning is given over there. Telegram channel, you can stay connected over here. I share the link of the class before it starts. So if you be there, you will not miss the classes. Later on, if you cannot join at a particular time, you can later on visit it and check it. So if you like it, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. That goes without saying. This is a notice that I thought of putting it later, but because many of you are asking, I have already put it up there. Those who are interested, you can of course use this one. This is about the private class batch that is starting from April. Okay, those who are interested to join in again, those who are with me till class 10, fine. Those who want to rejoin for class 11s and 12s, or those who are new joinees, they can all apply. It will start from April, and after April it will not be accessible, or it will be higher pay because I have to reteach all the topics, right? So those who are interested, this will be the email ID where you will be writing. What you will write, the class, your state, and the number of desired classes you want. Generally 2 classes per week I give to all students. Then if you think that you need more, then you can apply for it. Now class timings, Tuesday 9:45, Saturday 9:45, as you know. Thursday and price, if you are interested, you have to ask, you have to mail me. I will write to you the price. Okay, not over here because this is completely free platform. I'm not going to disclose the price over here. You write to me, I will inform you there. So Thursdays and Sundays 8:30 p.m. you will join the live class. These are very important because PDF are not available. PDF is only available to students who are taking classes, taking private classes for them. The written material is available to them. And rest of the materials, some materials I've already given in YouTube, some I have given in the website. You can use that. So other than that, the other free offer that you can access over here is, if you want, if you have any doubts, you can tell that to me. The question papers, you can send it to me. We will discuss them as we are discussing now over here. Send clear pictures, send scanned pictures, and the PDF needs to be sent. No JPG image is accepted. Okay. Good evening, Aryan. इन्फिनिटी मोटिवेशन पूरा एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑलरेडी है, वो प्ले लिस्ट में मिलेगा आपको, वहां से देख लो, वहां पे रिटन मटेरियल्स भी मिलेगा कुछ कुछ, वहां से लिख लो जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट आपको लगे वहां से. ऑलराइट. पीडीएफ दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल. So the PDF you will send it to the same email ID that you can see over here, and that's all. Let's move to our topic. I'll just check the questions once. See, this next Tuesday, I will not be available. I will be traveling, so I will give you a recorded part so that you don't miss the class. Same thing will continue this part only. Some MCQs we will discuss today, as many as possible. Some we will discuss the next class Tuesday. I'll give you the recorded class, and then again when I come back, I will continue the live classes. Kailash Mundra, it is not a problem. If you use your name, I don't think it will be a problem. Okay. अक्षिता मैम कब तक पेपर डिस्कस करेंगे? As long as your exams don't start. Okay, the first exam will be literature and language only. The first two exams will be literature and language. So before they start, we will continue discussing the papers. Okay. For example, you are practicing some, you are preparing for some other exam. It's not that you will only practice literature and language before your exams, right? So आप जो भी पेपर आपको, मतलब जो भी सब्जेक्ट आप पढ़ रहे हो वो करो, बाद में आके लाइव क्लास का वो रिकॉर्डेड सेशन देख लेना, राइट? I don't think there should be a problem if you are writing your own name. Alright, so let's begin. How much money did Jessica spend in one night? Be a little fast. I will try to finish as many MCQs as possible. Okay. Very good. 4 score ducats, study material. So 4 score means 4 into score means 20. So 4 into 20 is 80 ducats. Alright. Next, number 2. Who is the titular merchant of Venice? That means who is the merchant in Merchant of Venice? Who is actually, who are we talking about merchant? Who is this merchant? Very good. Of course, Antonio. Who is the titular merchant of Venice? Of course, Antonio. Number 3. How did Antonio feel about Shylock's insistence on seeing the term of the bond fulfilled? Yes, Antonio Bhaiya ji, correct. So, how did Antonio feel about Shylock's insistence on seeing the terms of the bond fulfilled? Very good. Of course, resigned. So he was like, nothing can be done in this case because nobody can help me. Not 3A, not sorrowful. It will be resigned. Okay, he has totally given up. That this is of course going to happen. I cannot, save myself from the clutches of this person. Okay, Shylock. So I am resigned. Whatever happens, I will accept my fate. Okay. Next, number 4. Shylock accused Solanio and Salarino of tipping off Bassanio to sail in haste, distracting him on his way home from dinner with Bassanio, stealing his money, having knowledge of Jessica's flight. कुक विद अक्षिता टिट्यूलर मतलब टाइटल से टाइटल में जो वर्ड है ना मर्चेंट वो मर्चेंट कौन है यहाँ पे ओके वेरी गुड दिस इज स्लाइटली इजी बट quite easy I will tell you but it is a complete practice and there are many questions so I thought of finishing discussing it. Number 5, what did Harshit Gaming, hello. What did Salarino say about Jessica's escape? Jessica and Lorenzo were in Genoa. Jessica and Lorenzo were at Portia's house. Jessica had stolen Shylock's turquoise ring. Salarino knew the tailor who stitched Jessica's clothes in which she disguised and eloped. Those who are not mentioning the number of the question number matlab this one, okay, and the option number, mention like that. Yes. So how you will write 5D? So 5D option is our right option. All right. Yes. Next, let's move to the 6th question. Who brings Shylock news from Genoa about Jessica? Lancelot, Abram, Tubal, Salarino. Good evening, Rumia Parveen. Rumia, you asked me some question, I believe, in the comment section. No, your doubt is clear. Okay, very good. So of course, Shylock was brought news by whom? Of course, this Tubal. Okay, how Tubal played with the emotions of Shylock, that also we know. Most welcome, Rumia. 7. What did Shylock say would happen to Jessica as a result of her betrayal? Okay, what did Shylock say would happen to Jessica as a result of her betrayal? That means because she betrayed, what would happen to Jessica? What did Shylock say? She would be disowned, she would be sent to hell, she would be stripped of her title and her inheritance, she would be dishonored by the synagogue. Rumia, for that you have to wait for some time. There are videos that you can check in the channel. Okay. As of now, because the board exams are going on, we cannot uh, start with that. Okay. There is only a few days left, so we will continue with the board preparations only. You can follow the grammar paper that we will do, or there are a lot many papers to follow. You can check them. Okay. So the answer will be she would be sent to hell. Remember, somebody has told the right point. Kailash Mundra has said, damned for it. She will be damned for it. Damned का मतलब ही है कि she would be sent to hell. Okay. Number 8. CBSE English 11. I teach children. I teach children at home CBSE topics 9, 10, 11, 12. But over here I don't teach because so much time. That is also another separate amount of time is required. No. In Merchant of Venice, why Aragon chose a silver casket with reference? This type of question so many times we have discussed. Check the playlist now. You complete आपको answer मिल जाएगा. आकांक्षा सिंह. Okay. No, infinity motivation, that will be a waste of time. It is a very huge chapter. Full explanation video is already given. आप वहाँ से पढ़ो. अगर कुछ समझ में नहीं आए तो यहाँ पे पूछ लेना. Okay. Because it is waste of time, no? Otherwise we cannot practice the question papers over here. That's why, see, even when I'm traveling, I will not be present on Tuesday. Still, I am uploading a paper for you today itself so that you get it on Tuesday. Okay, so time is less. I want to help you with more questions. Okay? Why did Shylock talk about revenge? Ask me whatever meaning. If you check the explanation, All the meanings I have told you over there, you will find it. Okay. One or two that you don't understand, underline, later on ask me in the live classes. Salvino had asked him of what good will Antonio's flesh be to him. Why did Shylock talk about revenge? Think and say. Correct. Salarino had asked him of what good will Antonio's flesh be to him. That what will you do with Antonio's flesh? Synagogue means this is a place of worship. Okay. Jewish place of worship. Characteristic of crocodile we need to write as it is. You don't have to copy paste, but just like for example, I remember it was a kind of a prehistoric juggernaut, huge formidable size. Okay, it was it was the size of two grown man. Okay, then okay, it had bony, evil bony mouth. Okay, all that. Red wine and Rhenish are both wines. What did Salarino imply by comparing Shylock and Jessica to them? Yes, ferocious tail. Yes, correct. Propeller like ferocious tail, which had the power to control it, which gave it more power. Okay. Number 9. अक्षिता थोड़ा सा रीड करके जाओ, जो भी वो डिफिकल्ट लगता है ना चैप्टर्स, वहां से इजी क्वेश्चंस आता है. From my experience, I'm telling you, you often get easy questions from difficult chapters. Okay. So 9C, you were telling Shylock and Jessica had opposite personalities, of course, because racially different, no, different religions, no, different genders, no. Shylock and Jessica had opposite personalities. That is why Shylock hated the Christians, but Jessica loved the Christians. Theme question compulsory. Bluebeard theme is very simple, no? Bluebeard theme is very simple. You know, of courage. Okay, the hardships that some people have to deal with in life. Okay, the hardships, and through those hardships they become courageous. And once you once, no problem, Shivam. There are many more questions. Once you become courageous, you are ready to face any problems. Okay, and you can do anything and everything. Okay, then you don't be afraid of anything, even a crocodile. Okay, you're not afraid of that. No, Arfin Alam is asking, Miss Class 10 में movie का नहीं, no, not at all. Only Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, whatever we are doing now. Can you discuss the themes of all in one shot? That is not possible, Priya. Is that possible? In all shot, all सारे की themes, all the themes are already there, no? Check whichever topic का theme समझ में नहीं आए, वो playlist में जाके वो chapter explanation देखो, वहाँ पे end में रहता है. कोई भी वीडियो एकदम एंड में चैप्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन हो गया, एंड में थीम का, टाइटल का क्वेश्चंस इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, तो वो सारे आई हैव ऑफन रिटन द आंसर्स ओवर देयर. फॉलो दैट and write it down if possible. Okay. Caged bird is not difficult. See, in Bluebeard you have to remember certain things. Okay, certain descriptive portions you have to remember. But Bluebeard का तो बहुत ही simple है. Bluebeard में सारे ही ऐसे questions आते हैं. For example, autobiographical poem है. You can be asked about. Difficult can be what is Jim Crow? What was that law? Okay, what were the problems faced by the caged birds? Caged bird ka to almost every question we have discussed here only from the papers, no? Okay, number 10. What example did Shylock give to justify his revenge? If a Jew wrongs a Christian, his immediate reaction would be revenge, and thus Shylock justifies his action. Jews are human too, and just like Christians, they would die if poisoned. Jew too laugh when they are tickled. He is unreasonable and thus wants to take revenge. Number 10. Yes, Priya, all questions from MOV. This is MOV scene-wise MCQs. So all are MOV only. Appropriateness of title comes. It can come, Arya. Okay. What example? No. What example did Shylock give to justify? No, Kailash. Think on that line and say. Shylock give to justify his reason? Revenge. What reason? That if a Jew wrongs a Christian, very good. 10A, whoever has ICSE lover, don't keep asking the same question. All chapters are important. Pay attention to the class, you will get good marks. If a Jew wrongs a Christian, his immediate reaction would be to revenge, and thus Shylock justifies his actions by this example. 10B, why it is not right, I'll tell you. Because see, 10B में सिर्फ एक ही point लिखा हुआ है, right? Okay, so 10B, 10C, all these are examples. What is the right thing? Right thing is this one. The overall idea is point number A. Okay. So this is all from scene 1. Let's move to scene 2. Yes, he included all those points in A, B and C, but the idea is what? That see, all these B and C, these points, these are actually examples. That if you do this, that will happen. If you do this, that will happen. These are examples. Idea is what? That if a Jew wrongs a Christian, his immediate action would be revenge, and that is what we are doing. Okay. The best, see, often all your points, all the options given would be correct only. You have to choose the best among them. This is one such. Okay, Arthur. Next question. This is from scene 2. Just a moment. That is in the court. Yes, this is not court scene. No, Aryan. Ayush Singh, just answer only once. There are many over here, okay? So just once. Akshita, this is the class 10 syllabus. Ayush, if I see one more time, I will have to block you. Okay? So remember this. Don't keep on answering because there are many. I want to read everybody's answer. Not 11. This is again number 1. Good evening, Prasanna Bharti. What surprise news does Greciano give Bassanio? What is that? Number C, right? That he has fallen in love with Nerissa. Okay. Next, number 2. What piece of bad news interrupts the celebrations at Belmont? Number 2. So most of your answers, all of your answers are C only. Of course, Antonio's bankruptcy, that is what he informs, right? Antonio's bankruptcy. Number 3. What did Portia offer to satisfy Antonio's debt to Shylock? What did Portia offer to satisfy Antonio's debt to Shylock? I'm getting mixed answers over here. Just think and say, what did Portia offer? Portia offered to satisfy Antonio's debt to Shylock. So this is a slightly tricky question. Arfin Alam, I cannot give you the download link for these papers because these papers are not my papers. They are not made by me. If you want my papers, you can go to the website and check. These are the other students' papers which I cannot share. If you want them, you have to practice from here. If you want, you can take screenshots, but I myself cannot share the PDF. Okay. Of course, 3A, 20 times the debt. Number 4. Who is a symbol? That is why you see, I don't even share which school, from which school the paper has come. Okay. No, Kailash Mundra, sorry, I forgot your name again. Not 36,000. If you check, this exact line was mentioned that if it is required, give 20 times the debt. Okay, but free him. 3A, 3 will be option number A. Okay, you can check it. It is there 20 times. Number 4. Who is the symbol of mercy and forgiveness? Antonio, Portia, Bassanio, and the lawyer. This I will say is not that proper a question. Okay, this is not that good. You will not get a question like this. Still, to be particular, it will be 4C. Okay, because Portia is the person who we can identify as a person. Okay, marathon club. Not kitne time ka, because I will not be able to continue the class for long, so you will get more number of questions, and from a particular, for example, Merchant of Venice, you will get act 3 scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, act 4, scene 1, scene 2, act 5. Okay, all scenes and acts, questions from there, and we'll continue for three, I believe 3 classes. Okay, yes, most preferably it will be Portia. Chemistry viral classes, it does not depend on how big your answer is. It depends on what matter you are writing. Okay, not quantity, the quality. The point should be there. Okay. Imagine I'm writing an answer, I can keep on writing my name only. Reshmi, 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 Reshmi 100 times. That also makes it 10 lines. Will I get marks? Of course not. I have to write content. Okay. If I'm asked to write about the crocodile, I have to give the characters of the crocodile, characteristics of the crocodile. If there are 3 points, if short points, you have to give 6 short points. If they are long points, 3 points for 3 marks. Okay, Ayushi, you check the subjective. I have already discussed how to write the subjective answers in many videos. Check them. Live classes, check them. That will help you. Who among the following was not a suitor of Portia? Not at all, Arya. Don't try. Don't make this mistake. I tell you about points because if we remember in points, we can write the answers better. We can fetch more marks. Okay. But if you write in points, you will lose marks. Remember in points, write in a sentence. Okay. So option number D, of course, the Duke of Venice. Shubham Sharma is writing, बेचारा ड्यूक बुढ़ापा में शादी करेगा. Of course, this is a very stupid option given. अच्छा, this one. Suitor matlab those people who come with an interest of marrying somebody, that is a suitor. Achha, this one you check the options. These are actually not visible properly. I'll just shorten the screen a bit. Check. On what occasion did Bassanio visit Belmont? Of course, Act 3, Scene 2 and Act 4, Scene 1. So, on what occasion did Bassanio visit Belmont? Bassanio went to Belmont for trading purpose, for the casket test in order to marry Portia, went to Belmont to meet Portia, went to Belmont to lend money to Portia. I don't know, once we finish, Ayush, once we finish the Merchant of Venice part, we will try to do one more phrasal verbs. So what is the correct answer? Of course, option number B. Number 7. Harshit, which one's answer you were telling? Of course, write the point. Yes, write like this. Shubham Sharma, Ayushi, yes, Tanisha, Ayush. The way you are writing, write it that way. 7. What is the correct option? What would the removal of Portia's ring mean? Okay, Portia was about to set sail, no longer in love with Portia, was not ready to marry Portia. Bassanio had found another partner for himself. Of course, 7B. There can be no other thought. 7B, right? Number 8. Portia was overjoyed and gave the ring to Bassanio as a promise of love. Acha, check this question number 8. I will just open the door. Portia was overjoyed and gave a ring to Bassanio as a promise of love. What does this mean? Portia and Bassanio are very happy to be united. Portia wants to trick Bassanio by exchanging a ring. Portia does not love Bassanio. Portia wanted to marry Prince of Aragon. Of course, Portia and Bassanio are very happy to be united and they love each other. Okay. Number 9. Which casket did Bassanio choose? Which act is important? I already said no. Act 4 scene 1 and act 3 scene 2. But don't do like this कि मैम ने बता दिया यही दो scene important है तो यही पढ़ के चले गए. Don't do that. Okay. Others are also important from anywhere. MCQs can come. Long answers can also come from anywhere. Which casket did Bassanio choose? I believe nobody should be wrong over here. Very good. Of course, the lead casket, option number A. Number 10. What does Bassanio find inside the casket he chooses? Number 10. So, what does Bassanio find inside the casket he chooses? Fool's head, Portia's ring, rubber and dust, Portia's image. It will be 10D, of course, Portia's image. And then he continues describing how beautiful that image was, right? Yes, correct. That's what. Sometimes because we all, it's a general idea, no, that Act 3, Scene 2 and Act 4, Scene 1 are the most important scenes. But just to make it slightly difficult, they will give you a portion which we think that it is not that important. Okay. So it is better to read everything and to read more, like give more emphasis to Act 4, Scene 1 and Act 3, Scene 2. It is out of syllabus. What is out of syllabus? Which one is not in syllabus? Now, what Akshita is trying to say is, yes, Act 2 is out of syllabus. No, Act 2 is out of syllabus. Act 3, Act 4 and Act 5. Only these three scenes are going to, these three acts are going to come in your exam. Act 2 and Act 1 are cancelled. Question 10. No. Question 10 is where? Act 3, Scene 2, no? Bassanio chooses the casket where? Act 3, Scene 2. This is from Act 3, Scene 2. Alright, let's continue with 5 more questions. Yes, correct. This is from Act 3, Scene 2. See, it is written over here also. The first portion, no, here. See, I told, no, we will do Act 3, Scene 1 MCQs. We will do Act 3, Scene 2 MCQs. So, we are doing Act 3, Scene 2 now. We have finished Act 3, Scene 2 now. We are moving into Act 3, Scene 3. Shant, good evening. So let's move to another 5 questions. Then we will leave for today and then we will again continue the same thing on Tuesday. But it will be a recorded class, remember. Okay. It will be a recorded class. So you will just have to read the options and check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. Number 1. Why were Antonio and Shylock enemies? Huh? What are you saying? Jessica eloping with Bassanio? See, this much I can tell you, whatever I have taught you in the YouTube channel, it's not that कि जो लोग मेरे साथ private classes कर रहे हैं उसको मैंने बहुत सारा ही अलग से कुछ बताया है. Whatever I have told you over here, something or the other will come from here only, not out of here. But those who take separate private classes, they get some additional care. That is what. Okay. So if you have paid attention right from the first day of the class, remember for sure that, know for sure that you'll be able to get good marks. This much I can guarantee. If you have followed all my classes. अभी अभी बिसानियों का पोशिया के साथ शादी हो गई, फिर इतना सारा ड्रामा हो गया उसके ऊपर, अभी किसी को लगता है कि बिसानियो जेसिका के साथ इलोप कर गई, ये क्या हो गया, ये क्या हो गया? अच्छा, why were Antonio and Shylock enemies? Typical gaming. Hello. Why were Antonio and Shylock enemies? Antonio never paid the money which he took from Shylock. Oh, acha. Okay. That's what. That can only be a mistake. Just always when you are writing answers, be careful with that. Okay. So of course, Antonio. What is this? Antonio mocked and insulted Shylock at Rialto. That is why. That is why all that problem, you know, happened. Okay. That is what Antonio says, that I have insulted, and that is why we have become enemies. How much money did Shylock lend to? Uh, How much money did Shylock lend to Antonio? 3,000, 3,300, 5,000, 3,200. Of course, I will not waste much time over here. This is the simplest question. Let's move to the third one. Portia and Lorenzo discuss helping Antonio. What makes Portia agree to help? For the challenge, Antonio is Bassanio's friend. She hates Shylock. Antonio is kind. Acha, this one we will cancel it because this one there is a mistake in the question. We will not solve it. Okay, because this is not actually from your Act 3 Scene 3. Okay, they have given it, but it is not there in Act 3. So we will, sorry, Act 3 Scene 3, not a part of it. So we will move to question number 4. Why did Antonio believe that the Duke cannot? Because Act 3 Scene 3. Yes, correct. She hates Shylock. Antonio is. The problem is Act 3 Scene 3 does not even have this Portia's character. Okay, you can of course, you see, Portia and Lorenzo discuss helping Antonio. What makes Portia agree to help? See, if you are talking about this one as act, of course, Act 3, Scene 3 does not have this, but even when Portia and Lorenzo, when they meet in Belmont, okay, when Portia and Lorenzo are talking about Antonio's condition, that Portia has helped Antonio. Okay, so what makes Antonio agree to help? Because Antonio is kind, Antonio is Bassanio's friend, C and D both are correct, right? So this kind of a thing will not come, although both the options are correct. Generally, if this comes, if you give C, it is correct. If you give D, that is also correct. Okay, that's one. C, D is also right. Okay, D is, you cannot say that D is, but one thing, this is also true that Portia did not know that Antonio is kind, right? Portia knew that Antonio is Bassanio's best friend, and that is why she should help him. But the idea is Act 3 Scene 3 में ये portion है ही नहीं. Okay, Lorenzo तो तब तक मिली ही नहीं Portia से, so how can this be a question? So even if that way you are attempting the question, it will be, answer will be number C. Okay, not D. Yes, most appropriate is C. Because Antonio is kind, of course he is kind in the way he helps Bassanio, but Portia did not know Antonio personally. Okay. So number 4, why did Antonio believe that the Duke cannot change the course of law to save him? Very good. Because denying Shylock's bond would harm the trade with foreigners like Shylock, on which Venice depended. Venice Any country, any state depends on trade. So if that is hampered, it will of course be a problem. So that is why it cannot be denied. The law cannot deny what Shylock wants. Last question for today. Not equal rights to businessmen, equal rights to businessmen coming from different countries as well as the same country. Whether you belong to, what will I tell? Shant, if you belong to this country, if you belong to some other country, your rights are same. Okay, so people will misuse what happened in Shylock's case, right? I worked in Hyderabad. At present, I am in Bangalore, but I originally am from Kolkata. I keep on shifting from regions in the south. Okay. So five you are saying, five option number C. Why did Shylock hate Antonio? For rescuing many people who were indebted to Shylock. Remember, exactly this point was told by Antonio. Antonio says no that Shylock is not going to allow me to survive, because he hates me, and I know the reason behind the hatred. It is because I have freed a number of people from Shylock's clutches. Okay, 5C. So that is all for today. We will continue the same thing and we will finish Act 3 in the next class itself. Okay, that is the recorded class you will get. After that, okay, bye bye Shubham. And those who want Act 4 Scene 1, the notes, okay, as many of you were asking me about the notes, you can check the website. Every single line का description वहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. Okay. So you can share your question papers, as I always tell you. Difficulties, any phrasal verb portion में difficult कहीं पे difficulty हुआ तो वो page you can change it into a PDF and send me. We can discuss that. How I made my website from WordPress, purchased from WordPress and then monetized. Okay. So these are the class timings. You can check 9:45 on Tuesday and Saturday, 8:30 on Thursdays and Sundays. Okay. Other than that, if you want to join the class, it will start from April. Thank you so much. Somebody has Ayushi has said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, everybody, don't forget to do that. And classes are starting from April. If you want to join, you can join. And this is the email ID where you have to write your class, date, and desired number of classes. I'll reply over there. And other than that, the last important note, that is, this is the website where you can find the written material Act 4 Scene 1 if you want. Okay, you can read it from there too. Okay. प्लस एक्सप्लेनेशन तो यूट्यूब चैनल में भी है, वो भी देख सकते हैं. टेलीग्राम चैनल यू कैन जॉइन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स यू विल फाइंड द लिंक. You can stay connected there. Okay, and of course do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye everybody. Start Tempest course for class. Tempest का कुछ portions already है वहाँ पे. I did not get time actually to complete it. So 71 in lit and 76 in language. Good. Out of 80 I believe. मेरे YouTube चैनल का description में what is this? If Macbeth comes, I can tell you this much, that Macbeth is very, very interesting. When I was in school, I read Macbeth. After that, when I went to college, Macbeth was taught again. Imagine, in school also it is taught, in college also it is taught. It is very, very interesting. And then as many times you read, you get to find it more and more interesting. Okay. Infinity motivation, you can send that to me and we will discuss that in the next class then. If it is not coming next year, then it is because we had Julius Caesar and Macbeth. If it comes, it will be very good. If it does not come, something interesting will only come. Okay, anything else that you want to ask? What phrasal verb question? Ask once again. Okay, there is some issue. I think I cannot see the messages. Okay, we will see in the next class then. Okay, the message is not showing, I believe. Okay, just you ask me in the next class or write in the comment section. I will tell you. Okay, whatever question you have, whichever preposition you want to know, I will tell you. Okay, that's all. How to score good? Practice, keep practicing as many number of times we have. I have shared the videos, the live classes, phrasal verbs and prepositions. Keep practicing them. Somewhere I did 35 sentences, then 10, 15 sentences. To many places I have done. Keep practicing all those. You'll be able to score good marks. Okay. So we will meet in the next class and we will discuss few phrasal verbs and your doubts also in the phrasal verb class and the merchant of Venice. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you so much.